Said you can't go home. Real Estate Exposed, brought to you by Signature Real Estate. Real Estate Exposed is all about helping homeowners and those who would like to be homeowners and those who would like to get into real estate.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Vandanas, the host. One of them anyway. This is tripping me out a little bit, but I'm the host for Real Estate Exposed. Also the corporate broker at Signature Real Estate Group. And to my, side-ish, there's Brandon Roberts. Nope, not you, Shelly. Shh, Brandon. Say hi, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
My joke.
And Brandon is the corporate broker and owner of Signature Real Estate Group. And to his right is Shelly Panzarella, branch manager for Prosperity Lending. I stole your line.
You stole my line. That's okay. Good morning, everyone.
She didn't say your line.
I stole Brandon's line.
Your line.
Oh, wait, what's your line?
My line is make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you for joining the podcast today.
Or that, all of it.
Yes.
So clearly you notice that there is a split screen here. If you're watching us on YouTube or on Facebook, you're doing so at facebook.com/realestatex. And you're seeing that we are a split screen. Yes, I am home today. And I'm home today because my best friend is, not you guys, don't get jealous. My other best friend is getting installed for the Vegas Chamber. She's going to be the chair for 2021. So super stoked. We were doing a sort of watch party in our jammies today. So I could not be live with you guys.
That's interesting. So it's a Zoom installation?
Yeah, it is, unfortunately.
And you still couldn't leave your house.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
What were you worried about the testing then for?
No. Long story. I'll have to tell you offline. It's a different scenario. I'll tell you later. But yeah, it's a Zoom thing at her house. Like we were watching it together in our jammies.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yep.
All
So
right.
yeah. So there's a little bit of that.
So I've learned a lot today. I've learned that we're not the host, and I've learned we're not her best friends.
I said don't be jealous. You are my best friend. You've known you so long.
Until
You're
you
like one of my best.
Until you get to Gina's house.
Okay.
No.
Folks,
so I've actually known you.
Hold
on. No. I feel like I have to defend myself for a hot second. I've known Brandon the longest out of anybody that I've known.
Out of anybody or anybody in your group?
That I've known since I moved to Vegas.
Wow.
I'm trying to think that through. Yeah. Brandon, you're one of my longest friends that still stuck around. That I didn't lose in the divorce.
Congratulations,
It took abuse and stayed around. No, I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah. I've known you a really long time. So you are definitely my best friend. I refer to you as my best friend for sure. Gina is just my other best friend
liver,
too.
Apparently. So don't worry about that. I don't feel bad at all.
Shelly is my bestie. It's different. Okay. So Real Estate Exposed. Let's talk about stats really quickly before I dig myself a bigger freaking hole. So 7-day market watch. We're looking at brand new listings, 735. Now remember that includes everything, including Boulder and blah, 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 right? 735 new listings on the market in the last 7 days.
And blah, blah, blah.
Boulder and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And blah, blah, blah.
It's a new city.
And then in the last 7 days, we've sold 953 homes.
So that's up.
What? That is up. That went up this week. But I feel like, why are you laughing? I can't.
Week was the number. So of course it went up from the last week. Go ahead.
It did go up last week.
I can't hear you. I've got a delay from the computer to this seat over here.
I'm sorry. So do you want to know what the highest price sale was?
3.2.
$1.
Nope.
No.
It was 5.6.
14.5 million.
Ouch.
What?
Where was that one?
Son of a biscuit, man. Tell me how cool that is.
I can't see it. Hello.
How long was that on the market?
Ridges.
In the Ridges?
So that one, it was in the Ridges. Yep. And that was what on the market for 0 days.
Inside job. 0 days?
0
How much down
days.
payment do you think that would be? At least 20%, right? 20% is
I don't know.
$2.8 million.
It was cash.
Is that a jumbo?
That's a super high jumbo, but let's just
It
consider
was
payment on
cash.
that. It was cash?
It was cash. It was cash.
Well,
And it was double-ended. Mother freak, man. Imagine that puppy.
yeah.
That's
the
a
mortgage
total
payment on
inside
that,
job.
if there were a mortgage payment on it for 30 years at a rate of 3%, would be, guess how much?
Tell me.
10 grand.
10 grand. Dude.
Oh.
$14 million, 11.2 would be the loan amount, 20% down. $47,000, just principal and interest.
You should have bought it, V.
Per month?
Yeah. Per month.
Brandon, you should buy it and then I'll marry you.
That solves all that. Then you'll definitely be your best friend for life.
I can't afford that payment.
That's crazy. You and I combined can't afford that payment. Jesus, mother Christmas.
That's pretty awesome. But at least it was cash, so
But
they can definitely
imagine the commission on that one.
What is your average commission?
Dude,
on
I was
on a
well,
jumbo?
so I will tell you on that. Can I?
Bananas.
I know, but can I? There's no average, but can I tell you what the commission was on this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, 3% for the buy side,
What?
which is a $435,000 commission, and the sell side is probably close to that, right? That's a almost $900,000 commission, $870,000 commission, if it was truly 3 and 3.
Yeah, let me find out who that agent was because I'd really like to become their best friend since I'm a bestie to some of the others.
It's who you'd think it was. It's can I say it? I'm allowed to say it. Why can't I say it?
It's real estate exposed.
Yeah,
You gotta
I've-
expose these people.
So
Expose all these people making money.
it was hold on one second. It was Ivan Share.
Luxury. Ivan Share.
Yep, luxury.
Yeah.
And then the next highest sale,
3.2.
also going to blow your mind. Nope.
6
This is all just in the last 7 days, guys. Nope. Keep going.
higher?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
10.
So 12. $12 million.
So somewhere in between there, $11,250,000 and $1. Wait, $1. $11,250,000, $1.
11
So-
million. Oh, one. I'm glad they put that one in there because that would have.
I know, but I think that's good luck. So like in my culture, when I give money to somebody for their birthday or whatever, I give them 101 or 51 or 21, just depending on how much I like them. But it's always the one, right? The one is the extra luck. It's like putting an extra candle to blow out on your cake.
You
did
think
that.
about that extra one. Think about it over the lifetime of you giving gifts, how much money that took out of your pocket. No wonder you can't
don't care.
afford that $14 million house.
For those of you who are interested, the $11 million home, the payment is $37,000.
Getting
month.
closer.
Also, by the way, just so you know, that was also bought cash. And my good friend Cameron Zan sold that one. He was a listing agent on that
Double
side.
side.
I know.
That's awesome.
No, he did not double side that one. It was McDonald Highlands or McDonald Ranch in the guard gated portion, but it was single sided. Somebody else sold the other side. I don't know who it was, so I'm not
Days on
mentioning
Market?
their name.
You're not
Days on
mentioning
market,
anything.
him, but days on market 349.
Wow.
Yeah, from listing to close though, 384. So it was longer on the market. No, it was.
So 40
Wait,
days
what?
in the market before we went into contract,
340.
right? If I did that math. right.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
awesome.
but why was it on the market? Why was it for like? I'd have to ask that. It went into contract. Yeah, none of that makes sense.
They kept needing an extension.
Maybe. I don't know. No, because it went into contract only a month and a half prior to closing.
Prior-
Acceptance date was 10/30. Close date was 12/4. Shows days on market 349. Days listing to close 384. Maybe it was a coming soon. I don't know. That's a lot of work for me to
Sounds
do,
like
so
an
I'm just
inside
going to
job.
stop. How about that? Yeah. No, it wasn't an inside job.
That paycheck would be worth it. Not bad for a year's work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
take a
that one they
$14
were
million
offering
paycheck,
3%
actually.
co-op.
Double-sided.
Double-sided for sure.
Cash deal, no seller contributions, 3% commission on that one for the buy side. I don't know what the sell side was.
So no signs of the market slowing down.
I mean, it doesn't look like it. You've got 2 homes, an 11 million and a 14 million that sold cash.
Yeah.
Holy Jiminy
We should
Cricket.
reach out to Ivan Scher and Cameron Zed and find out where those buyers came from.
You know, and the numbers of closings we're having in our office they're actually up this week over last week as well.
Nice.
So it's, I anticipated it starting to slow down coming to December, but it hasn't. It's really actually picked up.
Yeah, prequels and everything too have been busy. So we've been, staying afloat with the refinances. There was a little bit of a lull coming into Thanksgiving week.
Yeah.
But we're back to normal on prequel, so everybody's back to work. I feel like this holiday season, though, it's just not normal, right? I mean, even
people are buying houses.
Holiday stuff up. It's just not feeling the same.
Well, it was canceled.
What?
It wasn't.
Jewish.
It's on pause, Brandon. Nothing's been
eat
canceled.
Thanksgiving with your family. They're saying you can't hug anyone on Christmas. So
where did that come out?
It's on the news. They're really
fake news, real news.
Well, it depends on what channel you watch. No, I saw that. They're really encouraging not touching people. So over the holidays, they think that if we push through that it will flatten the curve finally, and we can move forward. But I don't know. But more and more.
Well, California went back into
getting it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I just got the killjoy because I can't go out and do all my shopping. I have to do all the online shopping, and all these boxes just show up. I have no excitement over what's in them.
So I heard something today. I was watching some videos this morning trying to prep for the show, and I absolutely got no information that would help, except for maybe this. But it talked about don't buy from Amazon. Actually, buy local. Get gift cards, stuff like that from your local businesses, and keep that money in the economy, especially these smaller businesses that are struggling. Maybe this can help them a little bit through this. So I thought that was kind of interesting because I'm one of those lazy people that would just get on Amazon, and I like to have the boxes show up because it's almost like I'm getting a gift, even though it's for somebody else.
It's the gift of giving.
Right?
Yeah. I like
here's the thing, though. The thing is with Amazon is that we actually have a facility here, right? Mm-hmm. And so because we have a facility here, we have employees that are part of our community that need to stay employed. And so if we completely stop buying from Amazon, I feel like it's still sort of buying local, right?
Nobody's going to completely stop buying Amazon.
True.
And they're not, they don't need the money.
Nor, by the way, are we encouraging people
I'm not telling you not to buy through Amazon. I'm just saying that if you have a choice, you might want to start thinking a little bit about buying local and helping that too. Obviously, you're probably still going to spend your fair share on Amazon.
Yeah.
So
I found some, I love to do local as well. So I found new vendors for me. I love to search online like QVC shopping. So 2 vendors for me. One of them is creating, actually, she's going to deliver them these cute little coffee, hot cocoa bombs. So I just gave away my holiday gift to all of my agents, but it's going to be, she's actually creating
them. They don't watch.
I don't drink coffee. Don't send it to me.
You don't drink hot cocoa?
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
my kids are going to love it.
Your kids do. And yeah, so I've got that. So she was so grateful. And it was like 75 coffee bombs. She's like, really? Or hot cocoa bombs. I think it meant the world because it's a high dollar number for her. And then the other one that I'm loving right now is, I don't even know how to pronounce this. You probably know, V. It's called charcuterie.
Charcuterie. Yeah.
Yeah. So the rural side of that is charcuterie. So I have her doing charcuterie boards that are going to be delivered for the holiday season to some of my VIP realtors as well.
Is that like me?
I better get one of those.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Those
Isn't
are
that
awesome.
great?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's also a local business owner here too.
Doing charcuterie boards is like the new trend lately.
Yeah, because I said it.
Believe it or not. No, we started with you. I actually didn't realize how big of a deal it was. A friend of mine, was having a party and she was like, hey, why don't you bring a charcuterie board? And I was like, okay. So I went out and bought a bunch of stuff and put it together and I posted a picture of it. And then all these people started sending me like their charcuterie boards. And I was like, what? When did this become a trend? And then I looked it up and sure enough, there's a ton of people doing charcuterie boards, and it's like the new trend for no more wines. People bring charcuterie boards to parties.
That's because everybody brings the wine, but you're supposed to pair it with.
But if people go to parties,
yeah.
yeah. But there's no more parties. Everything's been on pause.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But before I forget, just really quickly, I wanted to go back into the market stats really quickly, because I told you we had that $14.5 billion sale. We had that $11.250 and $1 sale. And then the third one, $7,320,000 sale. That took 448 days on the market. And then right below that, $5,250,000.
Wow.
102. So
Yeah.
the luxury market is smoking hot right now. I'm in there somewhere. I sold something for 1.3 million, which was one of the top. So in the last week, top 16. Yeah, buddy,
That's
not
the low
15.
end.
16.
It's almost the
Listen, jackass.
average sales price now.
What's that?
$1 million.
Right.
No, I'm kidding.
So
I'm kidding.
5 million, that payment is 16,864. We're getting closer. I'm going to see what removing a zero does on this. Well,
What-
500,000 is 1686.
So in speaking with the average market, or the average price per market, Brandon, for the last 7 days, $405,000. So it went up by a little bit, obviously, because we have all this luxury market that
Yeah.
sold over the last couple of days. So 405,175, which is $186 a foot at 40 days on market on average.
Nice.
So all of that's gone up since last week.
So let's see. I'm excited to see what next week brings.
Right? It'll be exciting. Is anybody really keeping track of this? Should we write it down somewhere so that we know for next time
Yeah.
to compare whether it's up or down?
Yeah,
No.
Perfect. Are we up or down?
Up.
we're up.
Fantastic.
Paid attention 10 minutes ago.
So our president of the association did his final round of numbers for the year.
Yay, Tom
Yeah.
Blanchard.
And he said,
Tom Blanchard.
Las Vegas market is on fire.
Did he?
Oh my gosh, Betamax, you are the bomb.
That made Shelly so happy. Look at her
Seriously, I'm
smile.
gonna get some more of those.
So
Yeah, so-
he uses that on fire a lot. They
Does
even
he?
did like a montage of videos of how he started each one of those through the year, and he used it like
Yeah.
4 times through that too as his intro.
Really?
We're on fire. We're on fire. Yeah.
Oh, because he had 6
That's
months
awesome.
of increased housing, right? Increased prices here in Las Vegas. So for his year, he
And
had
you
an
know
up
that
year.
you know that from the sales meeting.
I
and
do.
that was one of the trivia questions.
I know. Had to remember it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. What else? Do you guys want to talk about the 10 top housing markets of 2021?
Yes. can we start from
2021.
number 10 and go up.
So this isn't
You want
the
to start
cost of
backwards?
living one we did last week, right? This is actually housing.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Housing market. So the top 10 housing markets for 2021. So this is sort of like, hey, this is where you should consider it. Number 10 is Riverside, California,
What?
where median home prices are 475,000. Anticipated home price change 5.5%, and the number of home sales 12.4%. I don't know what those are in comparison to, but there you go.
That's where I started.
So-
My roots were from Riverside, California.
Really?
I was an originator in Inland Empire. My first loan, that 203K loan, came from Hemet, California, that Inland Empire.
Oh, I know exactly where
The
that
roots.
is.
So 23 years ago, average median price was probably like 125,000, if that.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Crazy talk. All right, number nine,
Drum roll, please.
Denver, Colorado.
Ooh.
Brr.
Median home prices $520,000. I've actually wanted to go to Colorado. That was my trip for this year. Obviously, we didn't make it, but that was my trip for this year. Number 8, Oxnard, California. Median home price $824,000.
Wow.
And then you've got, I know. And then number 7, Harrisburg, PA. Is that Pennsylvania?
Yep.
Okay,
Harrisburg,
Pa.
Harrisburg. No, is it Philadelphia? No.
Pennsylvania. Philadelphia is in
It's,
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Rural.
It's on the other side of the state from Pittsburgh.
Rural.
So Harrisburg, Pennsylvania is located between Philadelphia and Baltimore. So Harrisburg is next at number 7, and their median home price, $262,000.
So how are they higher? I don't get that.
It's what is the top 10 of the best places to live?
So it says, yeah, that probably would help, right? Top 10 housing markets of 2020.
Housing market.
Housing market, yeah. And wouldn't it be great to look into the future? You could see just how quickly the world will recover from this deadly pandemic, get the winning lottery numbers, and learn just which real estate markets will be a solid investment.
Okay, so they're saying these are going to be the hottest
So-
ones going into 2021.
Right.
much
The
more
nation's top markets of 2021 are tech hubs with strong job markets, state capitals where buyers can get more square footage for their money, and smaller cities that are affordable alternatives to the larger coastal metropolises, or whatever, according to Realtor.com.
So maybe I need to be going back to my roots, back to Riverside to
This
to
top
get
10
some-
just got more interesting now that I know what it's about.
Sorry.
Oxnard
Sorry.
is a crazy place right above LA, right? It's
That's-
like a little
Yeah.
channel in LA. Or
I think
above
they,
it.
Yep.
they have some football training camps there.
Oh.
Yeah. And then did you play football, Brendan? No, Tyson did.
Professionally? No.
He's like, yeah, one time at our holiday
In the
picnic.
parking lot with my buddies? Yes.
Yeah. Got it. Okay.
Daily.
Number 6, Phoenix, Arizona,
Boo.
where the median home price is $412,260. Do you think Vegas is going to be on the list?
I don't
now
know.
that you say this, I think we will be on the list.
Yeah, I booed
Okay.
Phoenix because we seem to compete with them a lot for
All the time, yeah.
Do we?
Mhm. A lot of people are either
Yeah.
looking in this market or Phoenix.
Yep. Number 5, Seattle, Washington.
Really?
Seattle, Washington, $629,050 is the average, the median
go?
home price. Their price change is about 9.7% anticipated for
Oh, wow.
that year.
What's happening up there?
Number 4, this is going to blow your mind.
Oh, for
Boise, Idaho.
Boise's a neat place. It's a lot like it's high desert, just like kind of like it has a climate similar to ours.
Really?
Gets a
Yeah.
little colder because it's the desert there, but yeah, it's same.
I don't. What do they have there? Potatoes or something like that?
So yeah, isn't that where potatoes come from? So what it says is the secret to success of Idaho's capital is that Boise, which was ranked number 1 last year on their top markets list, has lured Californians that are tired of paying high prices in coastal cities. This mountain lover's dream city has I don't know how to say that word, but a really good, I'm assuming that's what it means, tech sector, which has attracted many millennials and Gen X workers. And retirees also like it because they can sell their homes on the coast, pocket the proceeds, and buy nice residences for
So they're
much
just
less in
bypassing
Boise.
Las Vegas and jumping
Well,
right over us.
Idaho's growing fast. There's a lot of influx of people moving there, and
Yeah.
now I understand why.
We need to put
Yep.
an office over there then.
So just so you know, I have a little bit of description on every one of these, but I figured it would take the whole show if I did that, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, we got
Okay.
other important things to do.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then number 3, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Really?
$368,820 in median home price. Yeah. It boasts innovative restaurants, a growing tech scene, and good schools, which appeal to millennials with young families. It's also become a popular destination for retirees that are seeking warmer weather.
The theme here is tech cities.
Well, for the last 2. Yeah. I didn't read the rest. Do you want me to read the rest? Should I go backwards?
Let's go to number 2.
We just
Las Vegas.
I'm dying to know if
Nope.
Vegas is on there.
No.
Number 2, San Jose, California, with the median price of homes $1,199,050.
And what are they anticipating that raises by?
10.8%.
Wow.
They were on that list last week.
Most
off
affordable places to
Yeah,
Is it
most
cost of
affordable
living?
places.
Yeah.
in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. But here's the thing. So even as more workers embraced telecommuting, the area remains home to companies such as Google, Apple, Facebook, LinkedIn, and even Realtor.com. That's likely to keep prices high, even with the shift in where people are working. I'm talking.
We're listening.
They also have top-notch schools. That's what. Stop it. I can hear you. All right.
So
number one.
one,
Number one. Guess where it is? Not Vegas.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Reno,
Nope.
Reno.
Nope.
Elko?
Nope. Nope.
Anywhere in Nevada.
Pahrump,
Nope. Pahrump. Over the hump to Pahrump. No, Sacramento, California.
Sacramento.
Really?
Sacramento. Median home prices there are $554,000 with an anticipated home price
What's
change of
happening up in
7.4%.
Sacramento?
It's just over the border from Reno and Tahoe.
Yeah, it's about 90 minutes northeast of San Francisco. The city has seen a rush of buyers coming from the ultra expensive Bay Area in search of more reasonably priced homes set on a decently sized plot of land they can call their own. It's that whole, now that we've been in quarantine, and so my brother was saying this to me too, now that we've been in quarantine, people are leaving the cities where, parks were available to them are no longer available. And they're like, we need to figure out what to do with our families. And so having a bigger home, having a bigger lot, being able to do, swimming and pool and basketball courts. We talked about that last week, right?
Yeah. It's interesting though, because we're just coming out of it. Like for the past few years, it's really been a rush into the cities.
For sure.
It seemed like everything was
Yeah.
being regentrified and all that stuff, and all that was being done. And then through this pandemic, it's just a quick reversal of everyone going back out to the suburbs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep. And that's what the article's talking about too, is that just people are going back into communities where they can sort of hang out in their own house and love it.
And sit around in their pajamas and watch their friends get installed.
Exactly.
So-
Exactly.
I have some breaking news. Did you
Ooh,
know?
tell me.
Well, let me ask you this. Did you guys ever break dance?
Gosh, I already
No.
opened up this.
Yes.
Why do you guys always call
Maybe.
me out every show?
You used to be a break dancer,
I was
parachute pants.
Miss Michael Jackson, if you
Really?
want to say. Yes. My
Shut
mom
up.
bought us those, I can't even, melanine boards. And actually it was my brother. I just cheerleaded him on. But I was part of that era. Yes. Thank you.
So do you think people still break dance?
Yeah. It's
Really?
a gigantic,
Yeah.
it's a club sport type situation.
Well, then you would be very excited to know in Paris, the Olympics in 2024,
Shut the
breakdancing will
front
be an
door.
Olympic event.
Really?
Yep.
Get out.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Wow.
And then also making skateboarding.
What about pickleboard? Pickleball.
Skateboarding, sport climbing, and surfing will make their debut in 2021 in Tokyo.
Sport climbing.
I think that's like rock climbing, maybe.
Hey, will you do it for fast or something like speed?
I don't know. Maybe the highest one wins the gold. I don't know.
Wow. So is cheerleading part of that too? Because I think cheerleading is a big club sport type thing
It,
too.
it wasn't in this article that I
No.
read, but I was shocked about the breakdancing thing. I'm like, wow,
Breakdance.
Do you know how to
And
break dance?
skateboarding now.
the worm.
Yeah.
Oh my God. If you guys are listening to our podcast and you're not watching us,
Oh.
I recommend you make it to YouTube or something and watch the little shenanigan that Shelly just did.
I'll give you a little sample of it. Oh, sorry. That'll be for the podcast. That's for you.
So
my
wait, that's
podcast
rapping. That's rapping.
I know, but that's kind of the beatbox break dancing era, right, Beta? Do you know that? Beta's like, "Meow." That one landed.
You don't
somewhere
break
else.
dance
Before my time.
Do you
he
watch
said.
breakdancing? You do?
Yeah. Not
We
on
need
the
to get
daily.
Beta a
These
mic.
kids, legitimately. So my cousin, they do just like the club circuits for gymnastics, and I mean club sports. They go out and they have world championships, all this stuff, and it's literally like little kids just, getting their groove on the floor, doing these crazy things like helicopters and stuff like that.
Well, I can't wait until they make video games an Olympic sport.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You and Vandanas are made for each other. Like, she loves the Pac-Man video game thing. And
I don't play video games. I just think
Oh.
that would include a lot more people to have a chance to win a gold medal.
well, listen. I gotcha. Yeah.
I don't break dance either, so until they add an event that I can do, it's really a waste.
So what can you do?
Binge watch. Pretty good at that.
Me too.
I didn't go to
I think
bed
you
till
and I
I
would-
didn't go to bed till 3 a.m. last night because I got wrapped up in a dang series.
What series?
What
I
was
think
it?
was like Manhunt
You
something.
don't even know the series.
Oh,
I don't remember the name. It was
yes.
like Manhunt something, but it's on the Atlanta Olympic bomber.
Oh, God.
And,
Yeah.
Eerie.
how they accused that security guard and stuff, and then who the real bomber was. It was really interesting, and I'd be like, okay, one more episode, and then all of a sudden it would be oh my God, I can't believe I can't go to sleep not knowing. So then I'd go into the next one. Next thing you know, it was over.
So you binge watched the whole thing?
So who did it?
Oh, you
So
know
did he
who
die?
did it. You know who did it through the thing. It's them trying to capture him and stuff.
Oh.
So
it's
you
a
also
prison
told
show.
me about Homeland. So you like a lot of these terrorist type shows.
Homeland is good too, but I used to watch that, but it took I don't even know what season they're in anymore, and I don't know where I left off. So I get bored with
It
them
got
too.
too much.
Yeah.
What about Quantico? Have you watched Quantico?
No, I watched 60 Days In. That was good.
Nice.
Prison.
Watch
I got wrapped
Quantico.
up
I'm
in
watching
these prison
Queen's
shows.
Gambit right now.
That's good too. I binge watched that too.
Which one?
Queen's
Oh, you
Gambit.
already finished
Is
it?
this what happened when you were sick, or is this?
I did. Yeah, I watched a lot of TV when I was sick, or
Yeah.
at least it was on. I slept through a lot of it, but
Yeah.
yeah. So
But
that-
watching this show was last night at 3 a.m.
yeah, I just couldn't sleep.
He was so excited to get on Real Estate Exposed.
Right?
Yeah.
Actually, when I went home yesterday, I was going to do research for the show, and I was going to be prepared. And yeah, I can tell you about a
Interesting.
show I watched.
He's like, but he watched The Manhunt instead.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I'm writing these down. I'm still gonna watch Tiger King, but one day when I get around to binge
Oh my
watching.
goodness gracious, Shelly.
I hope Trump pardons him, like on his last day and leaving. That would be pretty cool.
Did he even die?
That would be pretty
No,
cool.
he's in prison.
You know, we should all start this huge
Rally?
Twitter, this whole Twitter rally that has that says that Trump should, let him
What's his
go.
name? Free
Tiger King.
Not like Free Willy. Is it Tiger King? Free Willy.
Free
Do you
the
know
tiger.
that show?
What is his name? Tiger King. Let me see here. His name is
Mr. King.
shit. I don't. Mr. King. It is. Hold on, I'm getting there. Oh, please don't play something right now. I'm trying to look it up, but it's Joe Exotic, right?
Yeah,
Is that his
it.
real name though?
Yeah.
So
Well,
Free
I don't know
Joe
if that's his-
Exotic is what our post is going to be. Posts are going to be.
Free, Trump, pardon Joe Exotic. Make sure you hashtag the shit out of it.
Okay.
Trump?
Free.
Oh, I think his tweeter name is that it's so Trump. I don't know. I don't
Real
pay
Donald
attention.
Trump or something. Real Trump.
Real Donald Trump. Yeah, the real Trump or something like that.
Free Joe Exotic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then hashtag Tiger King.
And if he gets out, it's because we started it here at Exposed.
Yeah. Everybody start the trend. Shelly, are you doing it right now? Are you twitting it?
Twitting it.
Yeah, I'm trying to right now. I don't have a Twitter.
Okay,
but,
perfect.
Let's start it on LinkedIn. Let's go that route.
Can you imagine?
Do you use
Shelly,
LinkedIn?
watch the show first. Yes.
No.
Yes.
You really use it, or
I do.
You just accept the people that follow you.
Yes.
You know, LinkedIn to me is like I don't know. It's a recruiting like nightmare for me. I can't. You come online and it's just like all this stuff about and then you feel bad because you've got I have a ton of messages
All
in
the
there for
direct
recruiting.
messages, yeah.
Yeah, and then if you touch it, they know you open the email and all of a sudden they're hitting you up for something else. So
I had a guy call me yesterday at 7 a.m.
to recruit you,
Well, he says, "Hey, we're connected on LinkedIn." I go, "Do you know what time it is?" And he goes, "Huh?" And I said, "It's 7 a.m. here." Not interested. So
wow.
he said, "Well,
Clearly, he didn't pay attention to your.
when you're ready
time
to
zone.
do whatever his service was, we'll be here for you." I'm like, "Okay, goodbye."
Yeah.
But so now it's reaching into now they're actually calling you. So it's weird.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm not a. I know it's an up and coming, or it's coming back, I guess you could say, but I'm not a big fan
Yeah.
of LinkedIn. I'm barely trying to learn how to do Instagram.
You're doing good.
Wait,
on
what was
Instagram.
this? There was a new. There's a new. So there's Insta. There's Facebook, and then there's a new one that can Hinge. Hike. What was it?
Are you talking about Bumblebee? Because that's not part of.
No. I'm not. I'm not. Dang it. All right, I'll have to figure it out. Anyways, let's go back really quickly. Let's talk about real estate for a hot minute, because I do want to say, do you know how many Americans have actually moved since the pandemic began, you guys?
Like moved out of their
Moved.
Move their body or like
Moved. No.
Moved.
Moved. Moved
100%.
houses. We're talking about houses. This is a real estate
Houses.
show.
Like a percentage, or are we talking about a number?
A number.
I'd say
3.2 million.
higher. I'd say
Higher.
30 million.
8.9 million Americans have
That's it?
moved since the pandemic began. Yeah. So 1 in 3 American adults has transitioned to partial or full remote work during COVID-19, freeing them up to move further distances. And so some of them have seek out bigger homes, bigger yards for their kids to play in, blah, 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 right? Stuff that we've already talked about. And NAR actually tracked the change of address data from the U.S. Postal Service from March until October, and that was just till October, by the way, to determine mobility changes since the pandemic began, and a total of 8.93 million people have relocated since the start of the pandemic, according to that data. Do you want to know what states
Sure.
are the top? Do you care? Do you want
Just
to?
do the top three.
Okay, top 3. So number 3 for states with the most people moving in and out is 1,000. At 1,035 was Maryland. Number 2, 1,439 people, South Carolina. That was net moves, by the way.
This is moving moving
in and out. States with the most people moving in and out, and then New Jersey, 2032.
So
New Jersey.
It's not moving. It's actually moving states.
Yeah.
Wait.
And then you have
I'm really messing up these top.
Wait
10s.
a second. So people from New Jersey are moving to another state, or people are moving into New Jersey? Both.
I don't
Because
know.
if they move into New Jersey, they moved out of another state.
Yeah.
But that
Sure.
number, I would say, I know we're seeing a lot of loans these days that are borrowers from different cities and normally, or from different states. In fact, normally we'd have to get a letter that states that they can work remote, and that with no issues. They're like, well, I already got that approval done. You know, my client, we are now 100% a remote workforce. And so they can live anywhere in the country. And so we're getting a lot of those today. Where before it used to be like, we have to talk to the employer. We have to make sure it's okay for you guys to come in here. You know, that you're going to or we have to count commuting time frame and such. But they're now, because of all the remote living or remote work, they are moving here to Vegas, and it's easier for them to get that employment.
Vegas was like number 6 of people moving into the state. So it's the 3 that I gave you was the top 10 states with the most gains. So the most people moving into it. And then the top 10, I guess, so the bottom 3 with people losing, the states losing the most amount of people, right? So moving out. No, District of Columbia.
What?
At 1,114 negative, DC, yeah. And then Texas, believe it or not, which I thought would be moving out, yeah, with 2,000. Oh no, that's pretty high. So about 2,800-ish. And then New York moving out.
New York, probably getting
It lost 2,847.
That's probably all the metro people, right? Metropolitan in the city going out for.
It's all a crime.
Yeah.
Or the
It's all
So Nevada's in the middle, California's in the middle, Utah is not on here. Brandon, you sent me this article. Oh, that's right. You watched a show last night. Never mind.
When did I send it to you?
You sent it to me, let's see here, 2 days ago, December 8th. So if it's down sort of at the bottom, top 10 market.
I'm looking at December 9th.
Oh, got it. I don't have that one. You never sent me that one.
It shows that
So anyways, so there's that. And then, no, I said, and then we're saying, do you think we should talk about maybe the eviction moratorium? It's about to come to an end. You guys know that, right? For the CDC.
So, but everything I'm reading is they're anticipating that Biden and that his administration that will push it on. Extend it?
Yeah, I have a feeling that it's going to be extended. Yeah, until like probably February or March is what I'm hearing. But the CDC, go ahead.
I was just going to say, but I was reading an article this morning that basically said that even with the CDC moratorium, owners have been pushing forward with evictions here in Nevada.
Yeah, they have. They have. So here in Nevada, we've had quite a few evictions. In fact, it looks like the Las Vegas Justice Court, and again, you sent me this article, opened nearly 6,000 evictions cases since the moratorium for the state had ended. So between October 15th and November 30th, according to the Las Vegas Judicial Center, 5,838 eviction cases opened. 2,845 eviction orders have been granted and sent to the constable. 516 cases were sent to the mandatory mediation program. 703 other eviction type of hearings were heard since October 15th. And that was also, by the way, excluding non-payment of rent. So there are other ways to evict people, for instance, breach of contract, right? If they're not maintaining the landscaping or the home, or they move somebody in or whatever. Unaccounted cases include straight evictions, other resolutions, and answers with no complaints. And then on backlog, they have approximately 760 eviction filings.
Nice.
Crazy, right?
So
that's a lot of evictions.
It is, but you think about how many people lived
Rent-free.
I want to say rent-free, right? Even though they still owe it, or they should owe it.
Yeah.
For that period of time.
Do you think there's going to be some sort of, I don't even know what you would call it, but amnesty or something for the landlords in some way? Because I haven't seen anything to...
Nothing. So that's the thing, right? There isn't. There hasn't been. There hasn't been. And go ahead.
I was talking with a gentleman 2 days ago, and the word is that Clark County might be coming out with a moratorium.
Right. So Tig
Sigerbloom,
our Clark County commissioner, has actually said that people can move here to Clark County and we'll assist you because we have more than enough money to help you. But here's the thing. There was $40-50 million that was set aside to help tenants. And when I spoke with the treasurer maybe 2 months ago, there was still a good portion of that money, more than 60% of that money, just still waiting, still sitting.
Really?
Yeah, because it hadn't been dispersed yet, because tenants hadn't gotten what they needed, landlords hadn't gotten what they needed, or whatever. And then we've got people in our committees that we're on, Brandon. I don't know if you remember this, but somebody had said last week, we actually had Haiti Kasama on here. She said that she's got an agent in her office who has a family member that works at Louis Vuitton, and people are actually bringing in their checks that are meant for rent to buy bags and shoes. And
what?
How do they know that it's meant for rent?
I don't know. I thought that was interesting, but she had mentioned something about it too.
Well,
Isn't that crazy?
So they're bringing in their rent checks or like if they received a rent check and
no,
right.
The money
it should be going directly to the landlord, but it's going to the tenant to pay their rent.
So I see what you're saying. So when they get the relief funds, they're taking those relief funds, not paying the rent and going shopping.
Yep.
I don't know how they track that, but that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's where my funds went.
But it's always one person. It's always one person that screws it up for the rest of them, right?
Yeah, and I think that, and I was talking about that, was the moratorium. I think that if the county, the state, or whatever is going to say you can't evict a tenant for not paying rent, that they should step up and pay that rent, and not make that owner suffer. But it sounds like that there are programs out there that could be applied for, but they might need to look at how they're distributing those funds.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I just read that they reallocated $200 million that was slated for the high-speed railway to Nevada Housing, Nevada Rural, for assistance, down payment assistance, or housing assistance.
Take that topic. Do it.
Take it?
Yeah, take it. Tell us about it.
Yeah. $200 million will be split up, with $183 million going toward multifamily affordable housing projects and $17 million to the Nevada Rural Housing Authority. None of this, though, says for the eviction moratorium or protection against homeowners today.
So this is money that's been allocated for other things.
Yeah.
Well, this was $200 million in private activity bonds.
What is that?
That were slated to go towards the Brightline West high-speed train project, have been redirected toward affordable housing projects in Nevada.
So it's going to open.
Okay, tell us, what does that mean?
That means that
I don't know anything about bonds and stocks. I suck at
bonds
that.
is a way that the city or the states can raise money. So the stadium there was bonds that were issued. So people buy bonds because it's almost a secure investment.
Aren't our SIDs and
Yeah.
LIDs, those are bonds, right? The
Yeah.
people.
SIDS and lids.
Yeah.
So those bonds, so people buy those. That's where that money comes from. And in fact, the stadium just had to make their first bond payment back to those investors, so to speak. And they had
That's
to
gotta
withdraw
suck.
from the emergency fund because they didn't have enough funds to do that. They had a surplus that was set up for just this case. But that's what this is. So they sold bonds to raise that money, but it looks like they're moving it to affordable,
Yeah, I don't know what any of that
housing
means.
projects.
So crazy.
Yeah,
So
what
that
would that be?
So would that be building affordable housing, different things like that?
Yeah. Giving it to
Right.
the builders to build?
Or helping with land prices? I don't know.
Yeah.
So it'd be
You know what would be
interesting to
really
find out.
cool if they built like container homes for the homeless, like in
They already live in
downtown
boxes.
area or whatever. Yeah, but container homes are like, there's single bedrooms. It's like a
Tiny
trailer.
home. It's like a tiny home.
a tiny
like
home. It's a
container park.
tiny home.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah, from the
Like,
shipping
why
containers.
not? Just do, and they can even split them into two to make it,
Because
I
I'm
mean,
gonna tell you, if they're gonna give those away, I will go live in them.
no, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
Really?
Yeah.
What would you do
Really?
with your dogs?
I would sit and binge watch TV.
Oh my goodness. You could
With
not
your
have
dogs?
Wi-Fi in that. Just kidding.
Huh?
You
I'd
could
still
have
have
Wi-Fi in that.
There's got to be one rich homeless guy in there that has Wi-Fi.
He's the one.
Yep, and it's going to be you.
It's probably me, right?
Yeah.
No, I would live in a container house. I think that would be pretty cool.
You mean a tiny
Yeah?
home?
It would be a tiny home, but it would be built out of a
Container park.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That'd be cool.
I wonder if there's
Yeah,
other
forever.
states that are doing that.
We could create that type of a movement.
But
Start a twit.
We've got the
Well,
Joe.
I
What's
think
his name again?
I think you have to be
Joe
careful. with
Exotic.
that. You build this stuff out for people just to live in for free. You're asking
Yeah.
for trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be a pride of ownership. Otherwise, people just don't take care of anything. So
Yeah, I know. Well, some people don't like rules. And that's probably like, I remember. So when I went through the leadership program, we did a couple of different community outreach scenarios where we went and worked at different facilities, right? That reached out to homeless population. And there was a guy who absolutely refused. There was food available for him. There was shelter available for him. He absolutely refused to go because he didn't want to deal with the rules. He wanted to do his own thing and just be by himself. He did not want to be in
that's why I
a
moved
facility.
out of my mom's house. Didn't want to follow the rules anymore.
I want to say me too, but my mom listens.
You still have to follow the rules.
Yeah, for sure.
I know. Shush. Just kidding, Mom, if you're watching.
That leadership
Hi.
program, that was when you were with the Las Vegas Chamber leadership.
Yeah. Yep. Vegas Chamber Leadership. That was an amazing program. I loved every minute of it. Yep.
Yeah, when
There was
every
that.
minute-
So Shelly, tell hold on, let me try this one more time.
Treat, treat, treat.
Tell us what the rates are doing this week.
Gosh, I wish I had more exciting news, but rates are still holding under the 3%. Although, I think we're on bated breath to figure out what's going to happen with the stimulus. They gave us some kind of carefully watching our rates yesterday alert, just because there was some rumor that they were going to actually come to a decision or agreement on the stimulus, and that didn't happen. Right? Last
Not
night
yet.
they didn't
Yeah,
come through. So this
yeah.
morning it's a little bit better on rates, but you're not seeing any significant shift in rates. So we're still at the 2.75 and 2.875 for 30-year fixed.
I think it's interesting you started that by saying, I wish I could give you better news.
I know you're.
I think
so
it's still
right,
great
but I feel
news.
like- and maybe it's not better. It's just different news, right?
Yeah.
Just because I would love to say rates are on fire.
They
but
are.
They've been on fire.
They are.
Yes.
They're smoldering hot.
So they're still on fire. It doesn't. What you're saying is it doesn't excite you anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it still excites me because it's really great for the industry and our
Economy
mortgages
and
and economy,
Real
and
estate sales.
all
and-
that amazing things. So yes, I just wish I had more exciting news to give you. I did share the loan amounts went up last week, right?
Yeah.
Everybody remembers?
Yeah, but
that?
that's in January. That doesn't start till January, correct?
You can get them in a contract today if you'd like, and we'll close them in
It's just
January.
Close in January.
Yeah. So that was exciting.
So you could. That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, I did read something that forbearances are actually coming down, which is good. So everybody thinks, that the forbearances were just going to increase. A lot of people are actually coming out of their forbearance or settling or actually coming to terms with their agreements and everything. A lot of that is because they're realizing that they have equity in their homes, and rather than, if they have the ability to do it, I think a lot of people took the forbearance thinking that it was going to be kind of a free ride. And now mortgage companies are like, hello, remember that forbearance we gave you? Like, how long has it been? 10 months ago in
Yeah.
March?
March, April. Well, probably like right around April is where most of them were. Yeah. Because we thought this was going to be over by the end of the year. Remember that?
Still a few more weeks. We could just still do it.
I know. Well, I mean, going back to that.
Moving on that.
Yeah, going back to that one thing with on evictions really quickly. So I noticed on one of the articles you sent me, Brandon, that Vegas judge actually blocked Sisolak's attempt to label Nevada evictions non-essential.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? So he wanted evictions to be non-essential, which means you couldn't do them.
Yeah. So he didn't want to pass a moratorium, didn't want to do another governor's order. He just wanted to do a roundabout way so he didn't get the bad press.
Well, and surprise,
now it looks even worse.
Now it looks even worse because he tried to do it a different way. I feel bad for this guy. I mean, it was a tough, tough year to lead our state, but he is not making it easy for himself.
So do you feel bad for the president too? Then
no, I hate.
It was
that
a
guy.
tough year
Just
to lead the
kidding,
country. Yeah, I really feel bad for a lot of people in leadership. I mean, nobody. Yeah, I mean, just think about Tom Blanchard and Chris Bishop having to lead their boards through this
through Zoom.
Yeah, I know.
No, I know.
They've done a good job. They've done a good job,
great.
I think.
Yeah.
They've done great. And I was just making light of it, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to be the governor of any state. I wouldn't want to be I just wouldn't want to be there. I don't know how you make the right decision.
But this is the first year.
You have to go back and forth on different decisions on like how you apply yourself with COVID and.
So yeah, I mean, we made tough decisions when it started.
Yeah. Because
the fear of the unknown and not knowing where that was going to go. But we've been truly blessed because at this point, our market is so good that it's very forgiving if you made bad decisions. And I think a lot of, unless you're just totally screwing it up or you don't have agents that are actually not selling at all, I think most real estate companies and agents that are working are coming out of this pandemic better than when they went in. So we've been blessed.
I think a lot of them are structuring the way that they do business too, because they've got the time to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I've talked to a lot of people. This is their best year ever.
For sure.
And closing wise, this is going to be one of our best years too, in numbers.
That's great.
And so it's crazy, but I'm very grateful for it. So,
well, Shelly, we got your newsletter for December. Thank you. Which was right in time for the show. Do you want us? Do you know what it was about?
I could check it out.
She tunes into the show to find out.
Yeah.
So the newsletter that you sent out this week or this month was in regards to winterizing your home and 5 effective tips in order to do that. Now, the thing is with your newsletter, I think it goes out to a lot of different states. It's not specific to Las Vegas, but there is some things that I thought were kind of cool that were mentioned in here that probably should be mentioned. Should I say them? Do you want me to tell them? Did you find your newsletter? 5.
Yes,
5
and
things.
just for the record, the reason it's not localized is because I'm also licensed in different states. So
tell us more.
Weird. What's that?
Tell us more. What other states?
I'm licensed in Utah, Arizona, California, Alaska, and Florida. I take all perimeters of the United States.
Nice.
Awesome. I got to get to Washington.
I don't see North Carolina.
North Carolina. No. Is that part of this?
I don't know why.
Charlotte is one of the top.
Yeah. Charlotte, North Carolina. One of the top of something. We don't know yet. We forgot what that list was about. But
the best markets for next year or something.
That's right. Riverside.
Yeah.
Riverside.
So the number one thing to do is to clean out your gutters, which I think is important no matter what you do, right? No matter what time of year it is, but you should still clean out your gutters because the leaves are falling now, right? Which means that they're going to start settling into the little gutter places. Yeah, it's a great idea. Thanks for giving it to us, Shelly. No.
Most people in Vegas, I don't think do.
Is that where you put the Christmas lights? You have to clean them out to put them up, right?
Well,
no, we don't have gutters on our houses.
It's the rain and.
Oh, we have eaves.
Yeah. Everybody has eaves. Then the rain gutters are attached to it. So we don't really have them here. I know some places do, but
there's people that listen to us from all over the country. So This is for them, Utah. Not just for you. So you have clean out your gutters, right? Yeah. And that's probably important because Utah has gutters, don't they,
yes.
Brandon? Okay, so perfect. Number 2, furnace maintenance and inspections. So get your furnaces checked to make sure that they're working. So we don't have furnaces, but
yes,
I don't think that this. Oh, we do.
How do you?
But I don't think it's a.
That's
water heater.
That's a
HVAC.
Yeah, that's your furnace.
Okay. So HVACs is a good time to inspect them and maintain them. Yep. Change out your filters, right? All that nonsense. And then maybe even flush your water heater. I don't know about the water heater thing. But anyways, furnace maintenance and inspection. Then number 3, insulate your pipes. Now, we don't do that a ton. Have you seen those little like pockets out, that
sleeves.
One? Yeah, it's like a sleeve that goes on the one pipe outside of your house. It's like usually right by your front door. Yes. It's irrigation and it's for your interior of your home, isn't it?
True.
So
your pipes can freeze. It usually doesn't get that cold here for that long period of time. But I know in Salt Lake, your whole house pipes can freeze if you don't have the heat on and stuff like that. Yeah, and so you really have to.
And you have to continuously run your water, right? Or make sure that
it drain all your pipes.
Yeah. So for pool owners, I run our pumps at night because there is a time when it usually gets really cold and everybody tells you to wrap your trees and put the little insulating blanket on top. I always run we always switch the cycle so that it runs at night just so that the pipes are always working. They're always.
Yep. I got a ton more lemons. My lemon trees are going to have to be wrapped this year because it'll get cold. It's the first time I've ever gotten any lemons off my tree. Okay. Seal exterior doors and windows is number 4, right? That's pretty self-explanatory. Do I need to get into detail on that?
No, we have doors.
Nope. Great.
Close them?
No, you have to seal them. Like you put the little, Shelly. And then number 5, reverse the direction of your ceiling fans. Did you guys know you could do that?
Yes.
No.
There's usually a switch up on the ceiling fan.
Why do you do it?
So the dust blows back off.
Oh.
I don't know.
Does it?
Into work no, and they get allergies.
Because it pulls the
air
heat.
Up.
It changes the direction of the airflow. Right?
Gonna have to add that to the
I don't know.
Right now.
Yeah. Okay, so do you want me to tell you why it says to do that? Hold on, let me look at the list of.
Because
during the warmer months, ceiling fans can help to make our home energy efficient by circulating cool air upward and throughout the room.
Right.
Many newer ceiling fans models include a switch that changes the direction of the fan precisely for the purpose of winterization. Brandon, you were right.
Yeah, because
if you're setting
cold air is heavier than warm air.
Yeah, so setting your ceiling fan to spin clockwise. I know this is probably backwards, right, for you guys, but to set your ceiling fan to spin clockwise will continually push the hottest air in the room back downward, away from the ceiling and toward the parts of a room that people occupy. The simple tip can help you decrease the need for excessive furnace heating, saving your energy costs all winter long.
Look at Shelly Panzarella trying to save you money.
Bam!
Jeez, that's a brilliant newsletter.
So if you want to subscribe,
like, and subscribe
to Shelly's newsletter. How would they do that, Shelly? We can't be the only ones that want this.
Just email in and say, please add me to the bomb-ass newsletter. Team Shelly at prosperityLending.com. Not bomb-ass. That's not the right word.
I love that your team's going to get all these emails.
To the cool newsletter.
Oh my goodness. All right. So what else you guys got? I think we're
running out of time.
All right. So what is your favorite tradition during Christmas time?
Ooh.
Or Hanukkah or whatever it is that you celebrate?
Gosh, there's so many. Christmas is actually my most favorite time of the year. I would be sporting my holiday gear, but I don't want to scare bah humbug over here. So I am wearing red pants. But
You are? Show them.
She is.
I can't. I am. Yeah.
Do you not stretch enough?
What?
She might fall off that stool.
Seriously. I don't know what my your most favorite, or what was your question again?
Yeah.
Tradition.
Your favorite tradition this time of year.
Goodness. So one of the things that we always do is we go to Macy's. You know, they have this Make-A-Wish Believe box that's there.
Okay.
So my daughter writes her letter to Santa, and she delivers it through this Make-A-Wish Believe box at Macy's.
Shut up.
No, for real. We always decorate our house day after Thanksgiving. That's usually like a number one thing that we do. What would be the other thing that we do that's like a...
Don't you have an angel that you put your cards in or whatever?
Oh, that's my most favorite thing. For me personally is to get all... Yes, so my mother-in-law gave me this angel that has the slot. So, you know, all the cards that come out and every year. So I just put it in. I call it my circle of love. And so it's always exciting for me to see all of my overachiever friends who send their cards out super early. And it's a reminder for me that I got to get my cards out this year. But that is one of my favorite holiday things to do.
Traditions. Okay.
Mine is I usually take Christmas off.
Off the calendar, or you take
off work. I don't go into work that day.
You do not take Christmas off. I'm like, your whole staff comes in every day right before Thanksgiving.
Not for Christmas. Right before Christmas, yeah, but not Christmas
Day off.
Bah, humbug. He does.
He does.
So really, so that's your favorite tradition?
Mine?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Christmas.
Why?
Why?
I think it's a great holiday to extent. I don't like the commercialization of it, and I don't like the pressure it puts a lot of people under to feel like they have to buy gifts when they really can't afford it. And that comes from, I hope my mom doesn't.
Hallmark.
Listen. No, growing up, you know, it's, you know, you could see the stress on your parents having to get that stuff. They want to, don't get me wrong, and it makes them feel good to do it, but it sets people back. You know, my sister always spends way too much on Christmas, and you know, it's just, to me, that bothers me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I got you.
How about you?
We have a rule in our house, or with my kids. So the first couple of years,
no,
are you laughing at me because I have rules?
No,
the first couple of years. The first couple of years, we overdid it. Like the kids got more than they needed, more than they wanted, because we were super excited. And they didn't even know what the hell they were getting, right? We super stoked, whatever. And then when they finally understood, I'll be honest, like my kids get whatever they want, whenever they want. Like they ask for it, as long as their grades are right, they can have it. I'm not going to stop them, right? I probably suck as a parent for that one little thing. But either way, so for Christmas, they're only allowed, from the entire family, they're only allowed to get a gift that they absolutely need, right? Something of necessity, which like pants or shirts or socks or whatever, right?
That's
I know. Something educational. Like last year they got guitars because
Is this what happened?
something educational, right? Something that they want to learn. So, like I was saying, last year they got guitars because they really wanted guitar lessons. Well, one of my kids did, and so one wants, the other gets as well. And then they get to pick something that they really, really want, like a fun thing for them, and then something that would allow them to exercise or be active or whatever. So
they get 4 gifts.
That's it from the whole family. And so the way that it works,
4 gifts.
No. So like my parents give one, right? So this year my parents gave them skateboards. That would satisfy the get out and go do something. Right.
And it's gonna be an Olympic event, so they're in training.
Right. Perfect. And then, watch out for my 2 boys. And then my brother will give one gift. My other brother will give one gift, and I will give one gift. That's it. That's what they get.
Yeah,
for
but,
each.
But the neat thing is, though, that you give all year long too.
Yeah.
And I think
do.
that's when things mean more than just. And that's the other thing with like Christmas or holidays. When you give somebody something, it's almost like they expected it. I expected to get a gift, and then I never get what's good anyway. So I always worry about when I get them. So now I just don't buy anything.
That's where the pressure is really
good.
making sure that it's.
Just give people money if you have to give anything.
But
you shouldn't have to give anything.
No, and I've gone that route where I just give gift cards, but then it's like every year they just expect that gift card. You know what I mean? It's not. There's really no thought behind it, and so now you're just going through the motion of giving a gift to give a gift. I mean, I like the fact that you talk about you've the hot chocolate bombs, the boards. We'll just call them
charcuterie.
Boards. Yeah, I mean, that's you put thought into it, and that's pretty neat. So, yeah.
Yeah,
that's my thing.
No,
I think sometimes everybody labels the dollar value as like a big deal, and now I think for me, like trying to be a little bit more thoughtful around gifting, because Christmas for me is about the giving. Like truly, that to me, hands down, having the gifts under the tree, wrapping them, buying them, all of that stuff, and then watching somebody open it up. It's
and
hard.
Go, oh.
So I try my hardest not to do gift cards. Like if my nieces, nephews, like a lot of times are like just money. So even there was a period of time where they're just like, I want money. So I got these like mazes, like the little things you had to really go in to try to figure out how to get the money out, just to make it fun. They were pissed at me, but I still was like, you asked for money. This is how it comes. But it was also for me, it's the gift of giving really that I love about the holidays.
So we do for our clients, we do the gingerbread houses because because what we've done is we've themed it around activities with their family.
Yeah.
So they get an opportunity to work with their family. So all of our clients get gingerbread houses that they can decorate. Then they have an opportunity to win some prizes based off of like some of the criteria. So we do the gingerbread house competition this time of year. And then this year, and I believe 2 years ago, I did ornaments for the year. So like this year, everybody's getting a ornament that's the one that you guys got last week.
Ornament,
you got an ornament. It was the Santa ornament that has, the pack with sanitizer and toilet paper and blah, blah, blah. And it says 2020. So that's this year's little thing. It's just something small so that, they can remember the year, and it hopefully brings memories to them about us.
So what you want to do is remember 2020.
Yeah, and that's a good point, because I am doing my holiday cards.
Some people do though.
I was going through, but like the pictures of them, or like your options for the templates, and a lot of them are like, "Hope you have a better year next year," or the 2020 is the toilet paper rolls. And I'm just like, that's really not. I don't know. I didn't really. I didn't like that. I was like, I was a little turned off by it. So I actually turned off the computer last night because I was more frustrated at the fact that there were more of those than there were actually like really pretty holiday cards or Christmas cards,
Yeah. Did you do the Christmas card like with the toilet paper tree? Did you do it or no?
Not yet. No, because you guys were way emotional about it. So I was like,
I'm super excited. I was good. If you weren't going to do it, I was going to do it. I think it's super cute. I think you should. Also, maybe a little bit braggy that you have that much toilet paper, but whatever.
I just got Vandanas Christmas card. It's her and her boys in front of a toilet paper Christmas tree. It's really cool.
What?
What a great idea, Vandana.
That would be actually cool. Your guy that does the photos, right? Who does the photos in front of the house? That'd be
Metellus, Jerry Metellus. Yeah. He did a great job. The drive-by photos were amazing. I thought about doing that for our Christmas card this year, but then I was like, everybody's already seen them. Does it really matter? I don't know. But I'm seeing a lot of people's Christmas cards come out now, or their pictures or whatever. I feel like people just share them on Facebook or, tweet them or Insta or whatever.
Yeah. So my picture, if I do decide to do that, will not go out on Instagram first. I'd like to give my families that I send my holiday card the pictures first, and then once I know it's been delivered, I'll put out the post. I'll post it online.
One of my friends has the most hilarious ones. She actually they have a farm in northern Nevada, and so they get out and they put like costumes on the on all of the animals, the cows, the chickens, it's crazy. And I'm like, how do you get everybody to stand in one spot? And she's like, we do it every year, and they have a theme around it. And it just, I look forward to her cards every year. They're kind of funny. And then you've got, your friends who are like absolutely perfect in the way that they look, even though they're like 10 years older than you.
I think I hear the music taking us off the air.
That's all right.
Oh, is that what you're trying to tell us? Okay. Well, so with that, hey, slow down the volume for a minute for the music so I can say this. Slow your roll, Beta. So with that, thanks so much for listening in today as I co-host this Real Estate Exposed with my best friends, Shelly Panzarella and Brandon Roberts. See how I brought that back?
Yeah.
Points for me. Thanks so much for listening and watching. Like and subscribe and all that stuff.